Welcome to this episode where I'll be sharing about my top 20 pre-arrival picks for Miss Universe 2022. I'm Dani Walker. Thanks for joining me today. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by hitting that super thanks button, shopping in the merch store, or simply sharing this episode with a friend. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell if you want to see new episodes just like this one. And if you're preparing for your next competition, check out that free pageant prep course that is linked in the description. I know that I just said that it's about my pre-arrival top 20 picks, but I'm actually going to give you a top 25. And the reason I'm doing that is because we all know that our faves will arrive. Somebody's gonna mess up, friends. Somebody's gonna wear a gown and everybody's gonna go, oh, why did you do that? Somebody is gonna have an off day and their interview, it's just not gonna go well. And we're gonna go, why didn't she place? Interview. You know, it happens. So although we're dedicating this to the top 20, I'm gonna throw in a few extras because we know something's gonna happen. Now let's talk about them in no particular order. Curaçao, they have been placing recently, 2018 and 2020. They have come with gorgeous, gorgeous gowns on their title holders. Those last two placements, the title holders had their hair pulled back. I wonder if that's the styling that they plan on bringing again and replicating that, or whether they are going to change it up. But this year's title holder though, oh my gosh, her walk, her presence, her performance, for me, she has one of the best performances if we're talking about swim and gown at that national level leading up to Miss Universe. So look out for her. Absolutely gorgeous contestant. I cannot wait to see her on the stage. Aruba placed last year. So keep an eye out for Aruba this year because I know that they've been putting quite a bit of prep into this year's title holder. Also, she is stunning, okay? Doesn't hurt at Miss Universe, right? And I think when an organization gets that taste of that semifinal, that they're like, oh, we need to keep going. And that's what I'm seeing from this organization with their prep for her this year. So look out. South Africa, you shouldn't be surprised that she's on this list, but for good reason. She has earned it. She deserves it. Interesting thing about her, she showed us so many different hairstyles leading up to Miss Universe. I cannot wait to see how she is going to style her hair at Miss Universe because she just brought us so much. The wardrobe has really been on point this year for her. Oh my gosh. And you know that coming from South Africa, she has that public speaking prep. She has that interview prep. So I have very high hopes. Some people have even just said, yeah, she looks like she's gonna win. I could see it. You could definitely see it. They were second runner-up last year. They could do it. Also consider Lalela just won supranational. She went from second runner-up at Universe to winning supranational. And so it's like they are on a roll. Cambodia. So some might say that Cambodia is an underdog or a dark horse. You can say that because the Cambodia organization is newer to competing at Miss Universe. So far, they haven't had a placement, although I do feel like they've been headed in the right direction. Now, this year's title holder, she stood out to me all the way through her journey to Miss Universe Cambodia. Okay, she was a clear standout, and she has such a great foundation. And they have been putting so much prep into her, working with her on her walk, working with her in the Philippines. So there's so much that she has going for her here. And I just really feel like she should be in that top 20. Like if everything goes according to plan and that they really dress her well, because I think that the wardrobe has been what's holding them back for the past few years. So if she has some great wardrobe and is not overstyled, I can see her in that top 20. Puerto Rico. So she is a huge fan favorite, but just a personal favorite of mine. I loved her preparing for Miss USA. I feel like all the changes that I would have suggested for her to make at USA, she made for Puerto Rico. So I'm very excited to see her compete. I just feel like she's so solid. She's so solid, and I would be shocked if she was not in the top 20 at least.
It was a long day and I forgot to finish reading the end of my script, so I missed my clip of Vietnam. Vietnam is incredibly prepared when it comes to all of her wardrobe, her hair, her makeup. She also competed in a very, very competitive national pageant, which only helps better prepare you for Miss Universe in the long run. Like, the more you're challenged prior to Miss Universe, I feel like the better prepared you are going into Miss Universe. It's a really big asset. She's stunning, and she's representing one of the countries that I have really been rooting for at Miss Universe for many years because you can see all the hard work that they have been putting into their contestants.
Bhutan, what a great surprise she would be in that top 20. So she has been really preparing for this competition. She is stunning. She has a great walk. I can't speak to her communication skills though, because I haven't really seen that from her, but she could be such a lovely surprise. She's really been working for this, and I'd love to see that. It would be fun. Angola. Talked about her in some other episodes. Her director is Layla, Miss Universe 2011. She has been putting a lot of work into her program. Although she is a new director, it is centered on service and creating opportunities for these contestants. I mean, all I gotta say is that it doesn't really hurt, if a former Miss Universe is probably helping and mentoring you along the way. But in addition to that, Angola, very fit, beautiful, photogenic, has a great walk. She's got all those foundational things that she needs to do well at Miss Universe. Colombia, this is a very easy pick, okay? It's like, must we even discuss? Okay, she is stunning. She's an overall huge fan favorite, but for good reason. She really backs it up. I can't wait to see her compete.
And unfortunately, I missed my clip of Venezuela. So I am already seeing styling changes that I mentioned in a previous episode for Venezuela going into Miss Universe. I really feel like they need to change up their wardrobe and their styling for Miss Universe. I think that what they did in the past was really working in the 2010s and a little bit before that. But now style has changed in terms of fashion, wardrobe, hair, makeup, all that stuff. And I just think that they needed a fresher look. And judging by just this headshot right here, you can see that they've really softened up the look. So I'm excited for her. And we can never forget Venezuela is such a powerhouse, but I feel like they've really been underestimated in the past few years just because they haven't changed things up as much. But I think we're seeing that now.
Ecuador. Oh my goodness. What a fun surprise. What a fun surprise. She is fabulous. To me, she's like a Barbie. Okay, she's like a Barbie doll. And the walk is there. Sometimes when she walks in evening gown, she does walk same arm, same leg. But it's not like a huge deal because she still carries everything up here so well. But that is not a big obstacle to overcome. Aside from that, her communication skills seem pretty good. From what I've seen her speaking in Spanish, she seems to carry herself with a lot of confidence and poise. So I have some high expectations for her. I'm a personal big fan of her. I'm obsessed. Philippines. I know you're not surprised that she's on this list, but she deserves it. Okay, she really does. Look at the walk. Oh my gosh, the way that she speaks on camera, she has such genuine and sincere, authentic answers. As beautiful as she is, that actually is what excites me the most about her, is listening to her speak. That is what I'm looking forward to. Because leading up to Philippines, she had some of the most beautiful wardrobe, some of my favorite wardrobe of all the contestants. And I feel like this is going to be no different. I just can't wait. Great Britain, they have had some placements recently, placements that have shocked some people, but if you really follow and pay attention, they do such a great job. Even for a smaller organization, it's really interesting to see their national pageant, because if you were judging by the production quality, you wouldn't think that they were turning out these contestants pretty consistently now that have placements at Miss Universe. So I feel like they've been such a surprise, but a pleasant one. But look at her, stunning. Stunning, absolutely stunning, beautiful, and the walk she has been working on, wow, I can't wait. Ukraine, it's been quite some time since a Miss Ukraine has really stuck out to me, but she really does. She has some great stage presence, and I feel like it's been a while since a Miss Ukraine has had such excellent hair, makeup, and styling all wrapped up in one. So she's amazing. Also, her country being on the news as of late for not great reasons, I feel like she's gonna be on a lot of people's minds because of what's going on around the world. So I feel like in that way, it's gonna be like a very, very subtle, subliminal way that is going to help the judges to remember her throughout the competition. France, another country that has had a recent Miss Universe title. They do very well. The one thing about France that we've come to expect in recent years at Miss Universe is that they have stunning couture evening gowns, stunning. So I cannot wait to see her style. Although she is young, she has a great walk. That's the thing that stood out about her at her national competition for me when I was watching. So when I saw her up there and get that first runner-up placement there, I was like, oh yeah, I get it. So look out for France. USA. It pleases me to share USA. Obviously, it's my country, right? So very excited for Albany. I mean, like, I feel like she really speaks for herself, and she's really risen above during a controversial year for Miss USA. And you really got to give her some kudos for that, because the way that she has handled herself in media interviews has been quite impressive. She's really taken everything with stride, and I just feel like that it just makes her a more impressive candidate. Also, the fact that she is a fashion designer, that she creates pieces that are sustainable, used from recycled pieces. The fact that this year they are allowing contestants to design their own swimsuit capes. I just feel like Albany has like this special set of skills that's just like really putting her in a great position to win Miss Universe this year. So I feel like this is probably the closest we've been in a while to getting that Universe title. Jamaica has had so many placements in the last decade. They just have not gotten that Miss Universe title yet. So Jamaica is one of those countries that I'm really, really rooting for. And I feel like they just need that perfect moment. They need that title holder that is very well rounded, and it's really got to be her night. I feel like this year's queen, Tashami, is very well rounded, but it's just got to be her night. I think that also she has to have a gown that's very, very well suited for her. The gown that I loved that they sent their delegate in the most in recent years was in 2020. That was stunning on stage. So if we can get something like that, she has a good shot. Peru, just stunning, beautiful, fresh, great walk. I love like the soft hair. I don't know that much about her speaking skills, but I'm excited to learn more leading up to Miss Universe. I can't wait till she arrives. Thailand, I'm very excited for. So I would love to see a Miss Thailand win in the next few years, just because of, you see that effort that they're putting into that prep. They're one of those countries that I'm just really, really rooting for. And this year's title holder is just stunning. I loved her national performance, and she's really been putting a lot of work into her walk. Even though I already think she has a fantastic walk, she's still going for it. She's just like, no, I can be better, and I love that attitude. India. Okay, I know it's tough, that back-to-back, but it is possible. Hello, Venezuela, 2008, 2009. All right, it can be done. And the great thing about her is that she has great stage experience, and the one thing that I think that we've really seen a lot of improvement in for her is her walk. She has great speaking skills. I'm not even worried about that. But the walk, oh my goodness, the progress that she has made with this is very impressive. So if they can keep up the wardrobe and that styling, like keep that up, if they don't go back to styles that looked a little bit more, I feel like sometimes some of the things that they wore leaned more towards Mother of the Bride gown styles, but if they can stay fresh and current, don't be surprised. India, back in the top 20. Panama, I put her in my walks episode. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. But oh my gosh, her walk, the practice she is putting in, it is paying off. Let me tell you. So I can't speak for her interview, okay? But if her interview is as good as that walk, we better see her in a semifinal. Mauritius. So Mauritius was just top 12 at Miss Supranational. And what's interesting about that, because we've seen it quite a bit, is that when a contestant places at World or Supranational, then comes to Universe, they tend to do pretty well. They do at least that well, or even better. Interesting thing is that she has the historical highest placement for any Miss Mauritius competing at Supranational. So great expectations for her. Also, I was there, I saw her in person, gorgeous face on stage. If you haven't seen her yet, go check her out. Mexico. Okay, so Mexico obviously won that Universe title in 2020. All right, we still got some big shoes to fill here, but she's extremely fit, very, very beautiful. One thing I will say about her facial features is that they're pretty sharp. So I would make sure to put makeup on her that isn't going to necessarily accentuate those things, because she doesn't need that. So if anything, soften all of that up. But her evening gown for her national pageant, stunning, gorgeous. She could literally wear that to Miss Universe, at least for prelims, although I know we'll see her in a different gown. And I feel like they've been bringing some really, really great gowns to Miss Universe in recent years. I mean, well, hello, Andrea winning in 2020, right? But I have great hopes for Miss Mexico this year. Indonesia has had a huge glow up in my opinion, and I've just been so surprised that I mentioned it in another episode. I haven't heard that many Indonesian fans really rooting and cheering for her, and it surprises me because of that glow up. And I mean, she went to New York Fashion Week, she shot with Fadil, she's done all these photo shoots, she has great hair, makeup, styling, just like let's rally behind Miss Indonesia because she has really been working for this. Italy. So Italy, big favorite. She looks very much like Tamarind Green, first runner up at Miss Universe 2018. All right. So I feel like that's one of those things that people are kind of noticing about her. Now, the thing about her for me that my concern would be is if you look at her Instagram and you look at all the outfits that she's wearing, her photos look like they're all from professional photo shoots, which means that there's a high chance that those were all professionally styled outfits. I want to know though, what is her personal style? What will she actually bring to Miss Universe? So wardrobe concerns me for Italy. Also, I do think that the walk can be a little bit stronger, but I'll tell you, when I was competing at Miss USA, they told us Miss USA is not a supermodel. And in that same breath, Miss Universe isn't a supermodel either, although some of the contestants could be one, but that's not really what they're going for. So the best walk doesn't always win, okay? So although Italy, I think her walk can be improved, I still think that she has a lot of other qualities and features that will help carry her regardless of the walk. So that's what I'm going to say about my top 20 pre-arrival favorites, although I threw in a few extras for you. Let me know who your favorites are in the comments below, and also let me know what episode you want to see next. Until Miss Universe, though, I will be doing lots more episodes about the show. So if you have anything that you want to see on the channel, you can leave that in the comments below as a request. But thank you for joining me for this episode. I really hope to see you very soon. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell.